looking to turn faith into action after this tragedy. It's a conversation many people are having in our city. Our Randall Newsom is live with one of the members of Faith in Indiana, speaking on what they believe should be our next steps. Hi, Randall.
Hey, Alexis. Okay, so first of all, I want to start this by saying my heart and my prayers are going out to those victims and those families. And I am now standing here in New Revelation Church with some of the leaders, 4 of the leaders behind Faith in Indiana. Pastor Reynolds, we're going to start this off with you, being your house. When you heard the news of everything that went on and what's been going on, what was going through your mind?
Well, for me, it was a reminder of the trauma that our nation is experiencing over and over again after each and every one of these shootings, and whether it is a mass shooting or it's just gun violence, period, trauma is just being reenacted over and over again. And so we recognize that in the middle of a global pandemic, our nation is in the midst of an epidemic, a national epidemic of gun violence and police shootings. And it's time for leaders on a local, state, and national level to step up and to put legislation and policy in place that prioritizes people over profit, that prioritizes the lives of people over powerful lobbyists. Along with freedom goes responsibility. And so we need our national, local, and state leaders to step up and lead in a responsible manner and do something about what is happening so that we can prevent this type of violence from continuing to happen over and over again.
Awesome. And then, Dr. Leah, we're going to switch this over to you. What do you feel like should be those next actions?
One of the things that Governor Holcomb can do is declare gun violence a public health crisis here in Indiana. We have to stop pretending as though there's nothing we can do and this is beyond our control. That's not true. And so an important step would be for the governor to declare gun violence as a public health crisis and direct resources that are going to be instrumental in helping resolve some of these issues, to close these gaps in policies, in gun show loopholes, in distribution, and getting a handle on illegal guns, all of that, and banning assault rifles. We do not need war-grade rifles and weapons on our streets.
Awesome. We're going to take one more comment before we have to send it back to the studio. Pastor Sullivan, I've seen you too many times in situations like these here in our city. What do you feel like the next step should be?
You know, I agree with my colleagues that this is something that is an issue for our entire community and society in America. America has seemed to become, as I've said before, the home of the mass shooting. And it doesn't have to be that way. And we have to stop as a society and ask ourselves, is this how we want to live? And is this how we want our children and our families to live? I do believe that there's some things that we can do that are very practical. And we want to challenge our governor to take 5% of the resources that have been allocated to this rebuilding our city and our state, to use it toward crime and gun prevention and violence prevention in this season and this time.
Excellent. Well, thank you all so much. We're out of time now, but we have a lot more time to talk about this discussion right now. Alexis, I'm going to send it back to you.
Randall, thank you so much.